Mothership imagines the orchestra as a giant ship that is docked at several moments in the piece by virtuosic soloists. So when the piece begins, we are going at warp speed, and then at key moments in the piece, the whole rhythm and the harmonies change and kind of decelerate, where we let in these virtuosic soloists from the orchestra. They join up with the orchestra and play their solo, and then they part ways and the Mothership speeds up again. So some of the solos have been played in the past as completely written out. There have been times when musicians in the orchestra will improvise to the harmonies given, and it's always an adventure to see which path we take in doing Mothership. And I know for a fact that the Pittsburgh Symphony has a couple of instrumentalists who are particularly gifted on the improvisational front. Well, you definitely find a big range. It's true. Most classical musicians are the most comfortable when they're playing notes in front of them. I mean, of course, they're interpreting those notes and bringing their musical experiences to the recreative experience. But it is something very exciting to have some improvisation. I mean, works by, say, John Corigliano, who was composer of the year here a few years back, will often have moments when the musicians are supposed to improvise within a certain framework. And that's kind of like what happens in Mothership. If it's possible for somebody to step into that role, then we absolutely have a window of time when they can dock up, play their improv, and of course it has to match with the harmonies and fit in with the rhythm and all that, and it's quite virtuosic on that level. Several pieces of mine will have an electronic component, and I really think of this not as a soloistic element of the piece, but really as a kind of new section. I think of it as a kind of extension of the percussion section. The percussion section can provide rhythmic music, but also can provide theatrical type sounds, thunder machines, or wind machines and thunder sheets. And in a piece like Mothership, for example, we do hear kind of the pops and clicks and rhythmic sounds of electronica.